I got to thinking, as a child of the 70s and 80s, do y'all remember the term in the South, the homecoming? See, I was raised Baptist. Go to a Baptist church now, but that ain't really denominational, honestly. But I was raised at Providence Baptist Church, number 1. Baptist is big on them numbers. Number 2 was down there in Clanton. We were number 1. They were number 2. They since dropped the number 2. And I don't blame them, honestly. But once a year, I remember everybody started getting fired up about the homecoming. And that's when everybody would come back home to Providence Baptist Church. I think that's what that meant. As a kid, it could go one or two ways. It could be one of the best days of your life. You could run and have fun and play, or you get hemmed up. Now, this particular day was not my time, and I got hemmed up. What would happen was, see, everybody'd come. I mean, you pull up in the church parking lot, and there'd be folks everywhere, all right? You ain't seen so much Aquanet holding up hair, covered dishes. It'd always be a bus, because they gonna have us singing, all right? And look, I'm white. We go to church for 2.5 hours. We don't go for 6. I'm just pulling back the curtain. And, we go to Sunday school and get out. And a lot of the old ladies in the church, they would be responsible for setting up dinner on the grounds, which a lot of times that meant the fellowship hall. And they'd kick us young'uns out into the yard on that old white concrete, mold-covered, wasp-infested table. Can y'all see it in your mind? Well, the day I got hemmed up, I wanted to be with Granny. Granny Conway, she'd always get you out of preaching. Because preaching when you're young is like eating sand. It's just, I just don't get this. So Granny take me out there. I said, Daddy, can I go help Granny? Yeah, and Granny's, yeah. I may put some ice in some glasses, and that's all she wanted me to do. She just being a good granny. You got me? But this one day, I told Mom and Daddy, I said, hey, I'm going to stay with Granny. And I remember Herbert Glenn looking at me and say, now, son, she's staying for the singing. That's fine. That's fine. I didn't understand. I was out of my lane. Ain't never went to a singing. But I was about to find out. And on this particular day in Alabama, it was 140 degrees. I believe it broke a record. We got in there, and the gospel group was set up front. Really. And they started singing, and they sang, and they sang, and they sang. Now, everybody else in there was just, it just something. And it was so hot. Everybody had one of them Lord's Supper fans right before Judas sold Jesus out. There's power, wonder-working power. Anybody need any prayer? And I remember Terrell Lucas, chief, saying, I wish they'd pray for some Freon in that air conditioner. It is so hot in here. Or do they even have singings anymore? Do they? Do they have homecomings anymore? Back when the world was perfect. If you can imagine that, we are the same.